What's going on, guys? We are back once again, and we are going to be doing another movie review today. So today we are going to be reviewing the movie Cobweb. It's a brand new horror movie that came out this year, starring Antonio Starr, aka Homelander, and then we also have Lizzie Kaplan and also Cleopatra Coleman, and then new to the fold, Woody Norman. So the overall tone of this movie is very horror based, and this gives you a mystery horror scare slash thriller ride. Now this movie it keeps you guessing. That's the first thing I'm going to say. So the entire premise of this movie is it's based around the character Peter, who is around 8-9 years old, who's living with his parents, obviously, and he starts hearing noises in his bedroom of like a tapping. He keeps telling his parents about it. They don't believe him. They think it's all his imagination. And then he starts going to school. He's getting picked on constantly. And then the voice in his room, they start talking more. He starts accepting the fact that there's someone there and they're talking. And the voice even tells him to fight back against his bully, which he does, and ends up being a very bad accident. His parents lose it on him, and then they put him in a basement as a punishment. Now, the way that the setting is going is like his parents did or are something that they don't pretend to be, because his mom, it kind of gives that weird witchy slash almost Wednesday Addams almost kind of vibe a little bit, and I could be wrong. And then Antonio Starr, the way he did this character, man, first off, great actor. He was able to portray this character very well. He was very enticing, very I don't want to say scary, but very like you know, you could be in a room with him and he could just, you know, intimidate you because you did not know what he was going to do. You did not know what he was going to say. You did not know if he was going to kill someone out of just like blank rage. You know, like he could be fine to start, you know, trying to kill someone with a hammer, what it seemed like he was going to do to his son's former teacher, and when she comes to visit on him, because the substitute teacher and him do build a bond, because she sees how he's treated in school and also how his parents are neglecting him. And even when his parents try to have a relationship with him, it's a very weird and abnormal relationship. And then when he starts talking to the voice in the wall, the voice tells him that she is his older sister, and how their parents put her in there for whatever reason. And obviously it was because after she was put in there was a girl killed on their street, and that is the reason why they did it, because she saw what they did. Now they come up with a plan to not only get her out, but also possibly save Peter, and also take care of his parents at the same time. Now, there are times where he tries to call his teacher for help. It does not work. His mother catches him. He tries listening on his parents' conversations. They hear him. It's very intimidating. He sees a dead skull in the patch of the pumpkin patch that his parents have in their backyard. So he starts thinking, oh my God, you know, my parents are killers. You know, what do I do? And he's very young, so he starts listening to the voice in the wall, and he's very impressionable, so he's going to listen to her. And what happens is he does the unthinkable, and he poisons his parents with rat poison in their food, and then it kills them while he tries to go get his sister out. And he does the unthinkable and kills him while his father dies from rat poison. His mother tries to stop him, and she ends up falling down the stairs backwards after he kicks her. So she dies from falling down the stairs slash rat poison slash accidentally stabbing herself. Now, the way this is building up makes you think, okay, the parents are the bad guys. They're the crazy killers, right? That's not the way it goes, because as soon as, I would say, maybe the third act of the movie starts, that's when it really changes. Because you see where he finally opens up the door, this hidden door, where his so-called sister is behind this grandfather clock, because he found a hole in his room as well where he was able to see the eye of his so-called sister. And then he unleashes what he's hoping to be an older sister, but it turns out to be this monstrous thing. Like, you really don't know if it's human or abnormal or whatever, but now he finally realizes he was played. He was used. And the way they built this up was very enticing. And while I'm thinking about this, guys, I got goosebumps on me because the way they did this was so good with the camera panning and the way that they portrayed some of the darkness scenes where all you hear is boom, 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 boom. You knew that this monster was coming. And as soon as this happens, you had where his bully had his family with him, and they were going to go into the house or egg the house and just try to either kill him or beat him up. Well, they enter the house, and his sister annihilates these kids, man. I mean, she literally tears them apart, and which is weird because later in the movie, she takes a hold of him, and you see how fast she is. She's able to crawl like a spider. She's able to move like one, and you find out that she is heavily deformed, and that was the reason why that they hit her and how she became a monster. You know, she's got very sharp teeth, so you don't know necessarily what happened other than their parents locked her away because of this reason. And it makes you wonder, okay, if she became a killer, she was deformed, why didn't they just take care of her? But they didn't, and it makes you wonder that. And then, like I said, she handles all these bullies. She literally rips them apart, and you never know who's going to be next. And then the teacher shows up, tries to help. She gets attacked. She tries to help Peter, and they start trying to fight off the sister. And you finally get a reveal of the sister, which was kind of weird because I've seen a lot of comments where it was a mix between the head of the queen in Alice in Wonderland mixed with one of the goblins in the Lord of the Rings type of movies, which again I will agree on. It was kind of weird the way that they decided to have her appearance. It was kind of just really weird. And when this happens, they're able to defeat her. They're able to chain her down and be able to chain her up and be able to put her in some type of cage that was already built. And she tries to dissuade her brother once again. It does not work. And then at the very end of the movie, it looks like he escapes, but it looks like he may have PTSD, or maybe she got out. We really don't know. So the entirety of this movie is very weird. Again, it makes you feel like you're going one way in the film, but then it just goes into another way. So overall, I would say a decent film. Overall, with the camera angles, the jump scares, the horror base of the movie was overall very well done. Again, the acting was very well done as well. I will give that. But overall, just a very weird ending and a very weird movie altogether. And again, it makes you feel like it's going one way and it quickly changes by the third act. So it kind of makes you wonder exactly what was the point and how this character become almost like a supernatural based figure monster type deal. So it was very weird. But overall, I would say, would I recommend this to people? I would, for a crazy horror movie where you don't know what's going to happen. But again, that's just my personal preference of it. But guys, what do you think about this movie? Have you ever heard this movie? Have you ever even seen this movie? Either way, let me know what thoughts are about it down in the comments down below. If you guys are new to the channel, also about subscribing. Leave a big fat like on the video if you guys enjoyed. And as always, I've seen you guys on the next one.